Can you explain to us what player development actually is?
If you look at it globally, there's multiple definitions of what player development is. In networks basketball, what player development is first and foremost, we look at the fact that, okay, we don't coach basketball because you can't get a basketball to do. I cannot coach a basketball to do anything. Okay, we coach people who play basketball. So in our minds, player development is synonymous with people development. These people want to play this game. You play this game through your skill set. There's an old American phrase that in basketball, you are your skill set. So in player development, what we're looking to do is to enhance these players' skills. Now, we look at it, we're not just talking about their physical fundamental skills, passing, catching, dribbling. Okay, that's true. We want to do that. But because we're working with a whole person, we're talking about their mental skills, their emotional skills, their basketball skills, their physical skills, and then for us, their spiritual skills. So to give you an example, like a mental skill is communication, right? Like what you say, how you say it, when you say it, why you say it, like a player's ability to communicate. That isn't a physical skill, right? A lot of times it comes out of their emotional personage, but there's actually skill to communication, verbal, nonverbal. So we're working on that. Recognition is a mental skill. You can be a great shooter technically, but if you can't see or read, interpret when you're open, then it doesn't matter how good of a shooter you are. So recognition is a mental skill. Having the courage to take that shot or the commitment, like I'm open, I've worked on this shot, it's a good shot for me, I'm going to take this shot, make or miss, it doesn't matter, this is right action. Having that courage to do that, that's an emotional skill. So for us, we're really looking at enhancing the full person as they pertain to this game as players. So that's what skill development, i.e. player development, is to networks.
That was brilliant, excellent. Yeah, loads in there. So good answer.
Thanks. No, not my first radio. So
Hoop Skool Basketball is based in Ireland and Networks is based in America. What's the relationship there with Coach Gillian and the two programs?
So approximately 22 years ago, some friends of mine from Raleigh, North Carolina moved to Dublin, and they thought a good thing to do they were part of a church, and they wanted to serve their community. Their son went to St. Andrews College, and they thought it'd be a good thing to put on a basketball camp. So they asked if I would come over. Well, so I came over and I met Conan Doyle, and they introduced me to Ken Maloney, a lot of different young Irish coaches at the time, and a relationship was built. In that relationship, there was a young girl, Jillian Clarges, and she played at Cabin Tilly, and we met, and she bought into it as a player, and she worked really, really, really hard. Next thing you know, we've been coming to Ireland. Now Ireland comes to America, and so I guess over a 3, 4 year, 5 year span, Jillian grew as a player, and then she went to college and university, got out in the professional world, looked around, and she thought that she wanted to do in the lives of young people what was done in her life. She wanted to be there for kids. She wanted to be an encouragement, meaning by our definition what that means is she wanted an opportunity to take her courage and put it into these kids. Of course, basketball would be the place to do it because that's where just the lion's share of her experience, both as a player and as a coach, and so she started. She walked away from many aspects of her professional career to create Hoop Skool, and I guess she had started it 18 months to 2 years, and she called me, and she asked if we could help. The cool thing about that phone call, it had been 15 years since I talked to her, and that was just a no-brainer for us, because we told her then if she ever needed us, give us a call. Well, she got around to it 15 years later, and here we are. And so in a lot of ways, networks and Hoop Skool, it's a family endeavor. It's Hoop Skool is interconnected with a player development program that's one of the longest running player development programs in the world. And so she grew up in our program. Our program has worked with 60,000 players from kindergarten through the NBA. Our coaches were either former professional college or high school coaches. We spend all day, every day, working on how to help build a player so that they can be productive and enjoy themselves and have the opportunity to play more. And along with that, how does this game build into them what they learn here? How can they take it into their life as adults? Jillian's a walking, talking, breathing example of that, because she built that, got to be about 30 years old, looked around and said, I can do more good by accident if I go work with kids than I'm getting done in my career. She cranked up Hoop Skool, and now she too is trying to build these players in Ireland. She's trying to build them as players, but even more importantly, she really has a commitment to grow these kids as people. One of the most important things to recognize, basketball, soccer or football, rugby, baseball, whatever sport, they're really not that important. They're games. And those games do not give kids value. The fact that young people want to play these games give these games value. They give these games meaning. And the beauty of these games is this. There's truth that a kid has to deal with and develop and make their own character issues that they have to develop to become successful at this game. If they can learn it here in this environment and make it a habit and take it into all the really important areas of their life, their school work, take it into their university work, take it into their marriages, take this truth and character into their parenthood. Okay, they are going to be productive there also. So that's our connection as far as networks and Hoop Skool goes. We're family. We're in this together. We both have different accents, but we have the same goal. So that's that.
Just one more. Just.
I know, you told me two.
No, but this is. Just tell us a little bit about Ireland coming to America each summer. What happened?
Y'all come over there and get the hell up in the way and drive us batshit crazy. Make sure that's in there. Yeah. So every summer. Okay. So Networks basketball is in Raleigh, North Carolina, and for the past 25 years, our summers have always been open for local players and players from anywhere around the world who want to come for 1 week or any part of their summer, 1 week to 10 weeks. They come into our program. We take them and we put them with our parents. They've been vetted. They have a host family. And they work with us like we work, because in America we have so much more opportunity and access to really spend time working on our game. So for several years. Jillian has been bringing Irish players into Raleigh. We put them in with host families. Most of our host families are families that have kids either in our program or have been in our program, so they're like-minded. They know what we're trying to do. They know who we are. They're people that we've vetted and that we trust. And they trust us to put young players or people in their homes that they can trust. And it's just a tremendous opportunity for kids to come to America. It isn't Disney World, okay? Like, we ride all the rides, but there's not Space Mountain, and it's a small world after all. I mean, we go in the gym early, and we work all day into the evening, so we run them hard and we hang them up wet. But the kids from Ireland get to do something that they don't really get the chance to do here, and that is to be just totally immersed for a long period of time each day in a game. And they learn something about just how demanding this game can be. They also learn just that they're a lot stronger than they thought they were, that they're a lot tougher than they thought they were, right? That their dreams and goals are a lot bigger than they thought they were. It's really a time where these kids really get to develop a sense of capacity. You know, like, I am far more capable than I thought I was, and that's a tremendous opportunity for us. I mean, we have kids come from all over America, all over the world, to spend time with us during the summer, and we love it when the Irish come, because it's like family coming, because it's like how much time I've spent here and the kindness I've been shown here. It's kind of like my cousins are coming, so that's always a lot of fun.